Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of Bluray Tuesday with Terrell. So, this week we're going to do our giveaway here. So, thank you guys, all you guys that shared, post to the stories, commented. It was great. I was surprised so many people subscribed. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm doing this giveaway for celebrating my 50th episode. And it's the Halloween Kills Steelbook. And we're about to get to that winner shortly. But before that, we want to get into some movies. I had a long ass day at work. I saw too many titties and ass that someone should see at a work day. I was helping a customer earlier, and I kind of feel bad though, because this guy is an older gentleman, and he needed help finding something. So I was telling him, oh hey, it's on aisle, whatever. And then he said, oh okay. He turns around, he has this little push cart, and tell me why his pants just fall straight to his knees. And I'm like, oh shit, and the customer comes up, then I turn over, he bends down, and I thought I saw 101 Dalmatians, because this underwear has had all kinds of holes. I felt so bad. I don't know why he didn't wear a belt. Anyway, so after that, on my break, I'm walking back to work. I went to go get, some more coffee because, coffee is amazing. And I walk back and there's this girl with her baby. She has the little sling thing. She's breastfeeding her baby hungry. We get it. And tell me why her titty just fell out. Her titty fell out and then I looked over, I had to do double take. I said, is that a titty? And then I look at and it's just out. She saw me. And she had to cover it. She covered it real quick. She said, girl, I don't want nothing to do with that. But it was just, I saw all this nudity. I was like, damn. Anyways, besides that, I watched a lot of movies since last week, and I want to start with one that was just on Netflix this past Friday called Do Revenge. And the only reason why I watched this, I went into this I didn't even know this movie existed. The day before we went to go see Pearl, I saw this thing on the story. It had Sarah Michelle Gellar. I love her. Oh my God. Every time she hit the screen, I just was glued. I love her so much. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, my favorite show. You guys probably already know. But yeah, so she's in this movie, and I just thought, okay, well, this bitch is probably in here for 2 seconds. She's not on the poster. You go to IMDb, she's not in the cast list. I don't know if this was supposed to be a surprise. I don't know. But Do Revenge is on Netflix, and it's about, I don't know, we watched it. So it's about these two girls who fucking have these issues with this group of people, and they both meet, and they're unlikely friends per se, and they switch places in the sense of this bitch is gonna get her people back, and then she gonna get her people back. And I don't want to spoil this too much, but basically they're getting revenge on each other's cliques, basically, or each other's friends, or to get back at these people. And I don't know, this movie was great. It was very if you like the whole 90s like Heathers, Clueless, Cruel Intentions, those type of stories and stuff. This is very reminiscent of that. It has a lot of the music, some of the outfits too, and the little cliques. I will say the main dude of this was an odd casting choice, in my opinion. This guy looked, he's supposed to be the hot guy that all the girls want. He hooks up with all the girls and all that. Girl, I don't want none of this, man. Maybe nowadays, maybe that's the new it thing. I mean, anyways, but this movie was great. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a little bit longer than it should have been, in my opinion. I feel like it should have been cut maybe 20 minutes. But I like the twist that it had. Y'all gotta watch this. I don't want to spoil this one. I'm known for spoiling, but it's on Netflix, so check it out. It's called Do Revenge. Sarah Michelle Gellar is in it more than what I thought, which is awesome. Every time she hit the screen, it was gold. So check this out. All right, so that was one of my highlights. My next highlight was Pearl. So if y'all watch X that dropped earlier this year, I think in March, from Ty West, he secretly shot these fucking movies back to back or whatnot, or during the same time. And it has Mia Goth. She's amazing. That bitch. She needs some type of award. I don't even know if she'll be nominated, but the bitch needs something. Anyway, so Pearl is a character study on the character from X. If y'all ain't seen X, y'all need to watch it. X is about a group of people who is trying to make a porno. So they go to this Texas chainsaw-looking house place on a barn, and they're gonna go film this sex tape porno shit, right? It got Jenna Ortega, my scream queen of this year. She's amazing, Jenna Ortega. She's in this movie. She plays this timid girl who wants to fuck. Later in the movie, y'all need to watch it. And basically, there's this slasher in a sense, that it turns into this granny who just want to kill people because she ain't getting no dick. So if y'all ain't watched it, y'all need to watch it. She just wants some dick, y'all. She tried to come on to this boy, and he was like, oh, no, I'm not into this, He didn't want to, I don't know, she dry. Anyway, so he didn't want that, so she killed him. She gutted him, cut his eyeballs out. She was like, oh, if you ain't fucking me, you can't see. But she could have put a bag on her head and did it. But anyways, yes, that's what this movie is. So the prequel to this is to why this bitch is the way she is, in that movie. And Pearl was great. I mean, it's not for everybody. I feel like if you watch this first and you think that's slow, you might not watch X. So, bitch, they're two different movies. But X is more of a slasher. Pearl is more of like a character study on this character. It has its horror elements. The bitch is crazy. She humping and sucking and fucking on a scarecrow. Gross. The bitch, she wanted some, though. But watch the movie, Pearl. I'm not going to spoil this one either. But, I mean, if you've seen X, you kind of know what you're in for. But check it out. And when it ends, you get the little trailer from Maxine. Hex, the 3 X's in the middle. Maxine is the name of Mia Goth's character in the X movie. She was the sole survivor. And now we get to see what happens to her after this. It hasn't been filmed yet, but it does film soon. I think the script is done. So, yeah, I can't wait for that. All right, moving on to the more boring films. We got Goodnight Mommy, who just hit this past Friday on Amazon Prime. And this is a remake. So Goodnight Mommy, I mean, all right, the original, I liked that one. It was pretty mean, pretty creepy, pretty like, because the bitch got this mask on. Is she the mom? Is she not the mama? And then you have the remake where we know it's Naomi Watts. Like, bitch, her voice, her fucked up neck, like, she looked a mess. She's not aging well. You know, she's white. Anyway, so she is like the mom, and these 2 little dumbass kids, like, dumb. Like, I don't like children. Like, sorry, I like kids, but you know. But these 2 little kids is just so fucking annoying. And if you watch the first movie, you kind of get where you're going with this movie. And they kind of didn't change anything. They alluded to certain things, like, okay, maybe they're gonna do something different. They didn't do it. So, and they cut shit out. I feel like the old one was more like mean or like brutal. This new one was very like, you know, they had to like tone it down. It still was kind of fucked up because Naomi Watts, I like her. You watch The Ring, right? And she was in Funny Games. You know, she didn't last in that either. But yeah, she's in a lot of remakes, y'all, and she does that. So Goodnight Mommy is a for me. I don't think that was a good one. I don't recommend it, but we're gonna move on. All right, y'all. So the next movie I want to talk about is one that I don't regret seeing, but I kind of regret seeing. And I was super excited for this movie. So this movie is a limited release, y'all. So it's Jeepers Creepers. All right, so y'all seen the first movie? Amazing. I remember watching this as a kid. We rented it from our local Blockbuster on VHS. You know, throwback. I know, am I aging myself? Anyway, so we rented this movie. I remember me and my brother and sister were super scared afterward. Well, they were. I wasn't. But anyways, that song, that Jeepers Creepers, you know, that shit's scary. You know, the Pole Peepers. We don't get to the Peepers. Anyway, so Jeepers Creepers. I love the first one. The second one was cool. The third one was awful. And then you get the fourth one. So I had high hopes. So we went into this movie. It's only playing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the 19th through the 21st. And at, you know, select theaters. So I was all excited. I was like, oh, Monday. We got there. It was a packed theater. There's no previews. So, you know, we in our seats, ready to watch the movie. And we get there. We had the little vatos that came in with their little modelos. They're speaking their little Españolas. And they did not buy tickets, I don't think, because, bitch, they were up there. They were interrupting my movie. Anyways, there was this bitch saying, this is my seat. She was big, too. She had her popcorn. She needed to sit down. She was tired. And then these 3 little vatos were just sitting in the seats like, oh, blah, 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 talking their languages like, you know, arriba, arriba. And, bitch, they had to go down. They were very destructive. But anyways, we had to deal with that. So, but mind you, the whole beginning was just so long. Anyways, it didn't take me out of, like, Dee Wallace. So, mind you, we're going to get into this movie. I don't want to spoil this too much. We're going to get into it. This movie's stupid as fuck. So, Jeepers Creepers Reborn is the name of this movie. It opens up with Miss Dee Wallace. This is where all their budget went. It has to be. Because this movie, it looks bad, sounds bad. The actors couldn't act. I don't know. The Chinese bitch from the Horror Hound. We're gonna get to her. God. Anyway, so we get this Dee Wallace. They're basically rebooting the first movie. The whole first half of this fucking movie. It felt like the half. It was so long. So it was like this opener. So I had Dee Wallace and her old ass husband, and they're on the highway, and they see a sheet with the blood, and they, you know, they're remaking the first one, and they're like, oh, we should go investigate. I was like, bitch, you 80. Why are you going to investigate some red sheets? Like, bitch, you need to go. I'm sorry, I don't want to be mean. Anyway, so you don't need to investigate in those sheets, girl. So they're on the little thing. She's like, oh, we can't let this, you know, be unturned, da-da-da. So they go look, they go investigate. And we kind of find out that this is some, like, mystery. Later we find out these bitches went missing. But basically the creeper had his little fucking car that was following them saying, I eat you or be eaten or I'll eat you or, you know, something along those lines on his plate. But anyways, that's the beginning. Then we cut to this dude and his girl, I guess, and they're on this road trip, and the bitch is drinking something out of a vial. She throwing up. So we're like, oh, okay, something wrong with this bitch. She's either pregnant or something. She pregnant, but she basically with this guy, he wants to propose to her, and basically they're going to Horror Hound. So they got a hotel for God knows why. He has all these cosplay things in the trunk. Bitch, you brought all these costumes. He had her ass dress up. She dressed up as an ugly Harley Quinn. She was a low-budget Edward Scissorhands. Freddy Krueger, she could have made that. She just wore a long sweater with some claws, and it was the cheap claws too, from Spirit Store for the $10. That's what she wore. And then she did Jennifer's body. The worst of the worst. I love Jennifer's body, by the way. The outfit looked bad on her. Anyway, so they did that. They went to Horror Hound, and they have all these little mysteries about the creeper. The creeper's gonna come. And mind you, I skipped a part. I knew this movie was bad when there was this like shed, and the creeper crawled out like a little gremlin. He looked like a little kid. I was like, what is he doing? Like he was just birthed, I guess. He was just crawling out, and then it was in sunlight, just like part 3. And his ass, I don't know, it was so odd. It looked bad. There's a white bird. You had a token gay guy that died first. Like why? And he was like super like. Why do y'all think all gays act like that? I don't know, but they killed his ass off, and then we didn't hear about him again. And then, I don't know, this movie just looked bad. Okay, so we had the crows all over the place, the CGI, this massive amount of screen overuse, like this overused green screening, and it just looked so bad. I could have made this movie. Like, bitch, I was in a short film called Box, and our shit looked better than this. And I saw fan films that looked better than this. I saw, bitch, they got all this money. Where did it go? I know it wasn't just Dee Wallace. Like, I could have filmed a movie on my phone in 2 minutes that looked better than this. The movie was awful. When he had his close-up shots, he all waving. They tried to make the creeper funny. He's not funny. The stupid song they played was dumb as fuck. It wasn't scary. It was comical. I laughed more than I was scared. The theater was laughing. We had a pretty nice-sized theater, and everyone was just laughing. That last scene, I'm just going to skip over everything because it was bad. The last scene, y'all, where this bitch had her moment where, you know, she's about to get the upper hand on the killer, and she looks at him, and they have this dramatic music, and she's like, how you like those peepers, bitch? I'm like, this is so cringeworthy, bitch. Her acting was horrendous. How you like them peepers? Bitch. And then she like cut him. I don't know, it was weird. And then there's this, oh God, I don't know how to explain this. There's these two characters that are trying to like, oh God, just thinking about it. You know what I'm talking about. So there's this big like pole thing that, you know, that's on the top of it. I don't even know how they got up there. You know, there's this mansion, there's like this pole with these little, like a statue on top of it, right? These two guys picked it up, and when you throw something, it goes down, but the thing went ooh, 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 like that, like bitch. And then it went down. Girl, y'all gotta watch this movie's so bad. Like awful. Like horrendous. I gave it 1 star, and I kind of want to take that away. It needs like half a star. This shit is so bad. It's so bad. And when I thought about it, I did hate the third one more. What did I like about this movie? Let me think. I had like something about this movie. No, I mean, I was glad I seen it though. It was fun to go with friends. I feel like I wish I had more alcoholic beverages, or if I was high, I would have loved this a whole lot more. So yeah, I don't know. I don't recommend this movie, and I think Firestarter is still my worst of the year. This will probably be number 2. So yeah, if y'all want to watch it, check it out. It's in your local theaters. By the time this airs, that shit's gone. So wait for that for VOD. All right, Jeepers Creepers. All right, so enough of the boring movies. There's one more I want to talk about. So it's time for Terrell's Tubi time. So I didn't watch a Tubi movie last week, so I did make sure I watched one this week. And this one's called Rush for Your Life. It just dropped last week as well, and it's about a girl named Tasha, and she's like a journalist. She's new at this college, and she's trying to make a name for herself. So she tries to get on the school like paper or something, but the bitch that runs it, she's like a damn ass cunt. She's like rude as fuck, and she's like, oh, well, if you want to get here, you gotta bring me a story. So she looks into the schooling, and there's this sorority of Kappa Thai Nu, or Thai Nu, something like that, and she basically finds out that there's this girl that was like hazed, and she died, you know. So again, this is like a Lifetime movie, and it felt very that. You know, Tubi usually gets those elevated ones where it's a little bit more. This one was very Lifetime, and I was just yawn. The movie is so boring. So let me tell you. So basically, it's about that. So she tries to become in the sorority. She basically has to download an app. So it's almost like a little killer app movie. So she gets this app, and she gets dares. So you either do A or B. Like, you know, like jump off a cliff or like go streaking down the street, like stuff like that. So she has to pick one, and she has to do it within 30 minutes. And if she doesn't, you know, she fails. So it starts off with little petty stuff like shoplifting and all this stuff, and then it gets more brutal with like, I don't know, coming on to people or sucking this man's dick, stuff like that. So it gets crazy, and then like basically like life or death situations kind of happen. And it's okay, how do I do this without dying type of thing? And I mean, it sounds exciting, but it wasn't. This movie could have done so much more. The reveal I saw coming, so that kind of was kind of like brutal. I don't know. This was kind of slow. I don't have much to say about it. I don't recommend this one. There wasn't a threesome, you know, we're known for the Tubi threesomes. There was none of that there. It was very like, you know, PG, I felt like. It wasn't really much there. But yeah, so if you guys want to check that one out, I'd give that one like maybe a 2 out of 5. I don't know. The last scene, it kept going. Like it would end like, oh, we found out who this person is. And then it went to something else, and then something else. The whole hazing stuff could have been more elevated, I feel like. But I don't know. Rush for your life. All right, guys, so that's it for the Terrell's Tubi. So I'm going to get into the movies this week. Not a lot of movies hit this week, but there was a lot of re-releases. So we had The Lost Boys, and we had Poltergeist hit 4K. I wanted the steelbooks for these Best Buy release, but they sold out. So I missed out on those. So if you guys got those, that's awesome. But they also have the slipcover versions that did hit, and my stores don't carry on my Best Buy, like I've mentioned before. Doesn't even have Blu-rays. So those are on order, so I don't have those today, but we're going to get into this week's releases. First up, I got this today. I ordered this last week. This is from Greg Sesestro. I think I said his name right. He's from The Room. If y'all seen The Room, you know, oh, hi, Mark. And You're Tearing Me Apart, Lisa. I think that's what it is. That, yes, you throw the spoons. You know, if y'all seen that movie. Anyways, he was in that movie. That's where he made his name. And then he was in he's the author of The Disaster Artist. And basically, there's this movie he just put out. It's a horror film about cults, I think. On the back, it says it's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood meets The Hills Have Eyes. So that intrigues me. Look at this cover. Very cultish, right? And if you get it on his website, if you go to disasterartist.com, you can get Miracle Valley on Blu-ray. And he signs it. And he put it to Terrell. Isn't that awesome? You know, it's all personalized and shit. Anyways, it's from Greg. And nothing really much inside. Just a regular Blu-ray, but that's awesome. Has a cool back cover here with all the little reviews. But if you guys don't want to splurge the 20 bucks on the Blu-ray, you could check it out on Tubi. So Tubi, they do have this for free. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah. So it's supposed to be pretty crazy. All right, Miracle Valley. All right, next up that released this week is a Shudder exclusive, one of their series called Cursed Films. I guess it's called Cursed Films 2, it's a season 2 and the number 2. But basically what this is about myths and mysteries and controversies on films that were filmed. Season 1 had like Poltergeist, you know, all the shit that happened there. Everybody died in those movies in real life. So this one here talks about The Wizard of Oz, Rosemary's Baby, Stalker, The Serpent and the Rainbow, and Cannibal Holocaust. So there's a lot of shit that happened on these sets and or after the sets, and they go in depth each episode on these films. So yeah, I haven't seen this season yet, so I'm looking forward to it. I didn't know there was much going on Rosemary's Baby set or Stalker. I don't even know what that is. And then Wizard of Oz. What could they have gone wrong? The bitch just wanted to go home, you know. So we got to check it out. All right. Next up, you know, I like shark movies. I think the last Tubi Tuesday, Terrell's Tubi time was about 2 shark movies. This one is called The Reef Stalked. This is apparently a sequel. I didn't even know that was the first one. But The Reef Stalked is about these girls who go on this trip because this main bitch right here, she witnessed her sister killing herself. So that sounds good, right? And she go on a trip and there's a shark that want to eat them. So, I mean, no. So this movie's boring as fuck, let me tell you. But it has a great slipcover. It's slow. So let me tell you. So y'all should watch. Y'all watch all these shark movies, good and bad. But this movie, the tagline is, "Your deepest fear will eat you alive." Ain't that fine? Look at that shark. I will say this movie's better than Swim on Tubi with the Lawrence brother. But yeah, it's about these girls who want to get away because her sister killed herself and she'd been depressed. So her friends like, oh, let's go out, let's go to this place, you know, ha ha ha. Those are her friends if y'all can see it. And they all go there and get attacked by sharks or shark. And it's pretty boring. I really wish it was a lot better than what it was, but it has a lot of bonus features. I'm surprised. It has introduction to the Reef, interviews with the actresses, behind the scenes, memorable moments, and deleted scenes. And a trivia. I don't know what kind of trivia you can have on this movie. Like, does anyone remember the first one? But yeah, The Reef. All right. Next up is a blind buy for sure, but this is from Scream Factory. It was about $14, and this is called Mortem. So this is about some guy in the World War or something, and he was about to die or something, and he goes to this town, and it's supposed to have ghosts. hence all these dead bodies, I guess, and he's like screaming for help, or he's like scared or like going crazy. I have no idea. I don't know if this is like, it stars Victor Clem and a bunch of people whose names I cannot pronounce. So this must not be English. But, I mean, it looks interesting, and I definitely want to check it out. I mean, it got good reviews. Look at the back. He on the ceiling. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. But he on the ceiling here with these people praising the Lord, and in the background you got God looking at people. God is just staring. Let me tell you. Maybe I'm going to cut this for a second. Do y'all know what God looked like? Because I don't know what God looked like. But I didn't tell this story. But there's this story, y'all. At work, there's this person who came in. He was a Filipino person, and looking at this reminded me, see, that's what God apparently looks like. So he came in and he wanted to frame a picture of God, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, you're religious. So he pulls out all these different sizes. He had the small, medium, and large, and he says, I sent to the Philippines, because he said that the Philippines, they don't know. Y'all could, if y'all Filipino, y'all let me know. But in the Philippines, do y'all not know what he looked like? What does anybody? But apparently he's like, I'm going to send these to the Philippines to show them that God looks like this. He framed a bunch. He bought like 20 frames, and he's shipping these to the Philippines to show his familia and other friends and family and all that good stuff what God looked like. I want to know, because that was interesting to me. I just smiled it off. So, oh, okay, that's awesome. You know, rest in peace. All right, so post-mortem, everybody. If y'all seen this, let me know, because I don't know. Scream Factory put this out, and it says you only know if you've been to the other side. So it's very supernatural. But yeah, I don't know. It could be religious, all these gods and Marys on the back. But yeah, all right. And the last release I picked up this week is one that I had hella fun with when this originally came out, and it's Crawl. So Crawl is about this movie. I'm never going to Florida because, bitch, 1, it's hot. 2, there's alligators. And this movie made me not even want to go because, yeah, we're going to get into it. So Crawl. So this was released on 4K, and I was nervous when I pre-ordered this because a lot of these re-release films don't come with slipcovers. I know that's, you know, collector problems, so Blu-ray. But anyways, this just dropped today, and it's from Sam Raimi. He produced it, and Alexander Aja directed it. I hope I said his name right. So anyways, Crawl is about this girl who go to her daddy's, and then I guess there's like a storm or a flood or some shit. And yeah, basically this is what happens. The alligator come into their home, and it's like a survival horror thing with her fighting the alligator. It's very much like the shark movie, but a lot better. This shit had me on the edge of my seat. I jumped a few times. Action-packed. I highly recommend this movie. I think there's some new bonus features. Surprisingly, a lot of 4K discs. This only has the 4K in the digital. A lot of 4K discs don't usually have the bonus features. They usually have like a Blu-ray with it that has it, so that's kind of cool that everything's on this. But yeah, Crawl. If y'all like this, let me know. I'm excited to rewatch this. I don't know when this came out, a few years ago. But yeah, Crawl. All right, so that's it for this week's releases. These next couple weeks coming up is going to be crazy. October is nuts with the releases. You have the Paranormal Activity box set. You have Scream 2 coming out, 4K. There's a lot of stuff. Halloween, the next 3 in the 4K collection. But speaking of Halloween, we did a giveaway last week. So now it's time to pick the winner of Halloween Kills, the only a Best Buy Steelbook. And we got this little trusty little bingo thing. I think it's for bingo. And we're going to pick this. So thank you. So basically all y'all had to do was be subscribed to the YouTube channel, The Overlook Theater, like the post, and tag somebody. Y'all did a good job. And you get a bonus entry. So if y'all shared this multiple times or you shared this to your stories, I screen grabbed it, made sure I got y'all. So y'all got like 2 or 3 extra ones up in here. So yeah, so we're going to roll this up and see who's going to win. So all right, how should we start this? Evil dies tonight. All right, let's go. We're going to roll this up. Ooh, see, this is fun. All right, we're gonna, oh my God. So we're gonna see who won. All right, this little thing. Oh, all right. Oh, we got to chop and screw this. All right, y'all, we go, let's see who we gonna win. All right, so this is it, y'all. So the winner is, oh, I can't even read my handwriting. Joshua Toby. Joshua Toby on Instagram. Congratulations. I'm going to hit you up this episode when this episode airs. And yeah, you won the 4K Steelbook. So I'll make sure I keep this with this. So I do want to thank everybody for entering. But stay tuned because I have a lot of little surprises all through October. We got some trick or treats. So if y'all didn't win this time, stay tuned. All right, I appreciate everyone that's been subscribed, watched these videos. You know I'm crazy as hell. Liked them, commented. I love the comments. I know I see y'all. And yeah, let's just continue this. So until next week, guys, you can hear me on CNT Unfiltered. Don't forget that. And listen to the Overlook Hour. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.